Welcome, guys.
Welcome to our very first mukbang,
Whatever it's called.
we're eating.
Grab your food and eat with us.
Join us. So, let us just say there is a very good reason why we basically eat similar foods every single day. Because putting on a spread like this takes way too much time and energy, all right? We've been all day in the kitchen.
But anyway, it's looking good. So,
Yes.
will we talk the guys through what we've
Yes,
got?
absolutely.
I'm going to see if I can hold it out there with my big gorilla arms.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so what do we got here? We've got some patties that we made with oats, lentils, rice, tomato pulp, some herbs and spices, some mustard, and I think that's isn't it?
Yep. And we just we cook the rice first, and then we mix them all up together in the mixture that Luca just said. Pop them in the air fryer at the back there.
Alberto the animal. Don't forget the animal.
The animal is an animal, and there you go.
Look at that.
I mean, why would you be eating meat 2016 when you can make something like this?
Let me share with the guys. Yeah, it's great.
Beautiful.
And then we went to the supermarket and bought some multi-grain brown bread. Yeah, it's looking good.
Yep, on my eyes.
Yeah.
I know what bread looks like.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, we got some sliced up cucumbers and tomatoes. We don't have ketchup, so we're going to use some tomato pulpa and
some lettuce.
I just got a little bit of mustard and maple syrup mixed up here. That's going to add a bit of tang. And we've got 4 more on this plate. We made too many, but that's okay. Whatever's left can
Let's
be.
see how we go anyway.
Yeah.
I'm under carbs, so
I know.
this could be good.
All right.
Let's go. Let's assemble.
Okay. I think we're supposed to talk while we do this, but you know what? We're so hungry.
Yeah.
Just give us a moment.
So we don't normally have bread. We had bread as a backup option on Saturday night. So interestingly, this is sort of like twice in the same week, which never happens. We just prefer to eat whole foods wherever we can. But when it comes to bread, this is the way I like to look at it. You got whole foods here and breads here. But when you compare it to animal products, you got bread here and animal products there. So
and remember, it's more what you're putting on the bread than the bread itself, of course, because it's a carb. It's okay.
Yeah.
You know, so don't get too crazy about it.
Keep it whole grain if you can. That's way better. It's just less refined.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
What are you doing there?
I'm doing this.
You on 1.5 patties?
Well,
that's
it's
cool.
kind of.
Yeah, nice. I see where you're going with that. Where'd you put your mustard on top of the patty?
What do you care? Do you do your thing? I actually put it on top of the bread.
Okay. Where'd you put your pulp on?
Oh my! Are you listening to this? I put the pulper on the bread and then I put the mustard on top of the pulper.
Okay.
See?
She's usually pretty good at, you know, how would I describe this?
Basically, when Luca copies what I do, he can't go wrong.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
So this is what we're talking about.
I'd put a lettuce leaf on top just to keep it all packed in.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, it's quite big. So we wanted to do something really different and creative for you guys in today's video. And now I'm thinking, how the hell are we going to eat this on camera?
I know, and you could also have this with just lettuce instead of bread. That is another option.
Yeah, because there's heaps of carbs in the patty. All right, first bite.
Looking good. Yeah.
You blocked my first bite.
This is more important.
That's good. Nice.
Oh yeah. Just savouring at the moment.
Yeah. The last time we made these patties, we had them in the air fryer for a little bit too long, and the temperature was too high, so they were really crispy and kind of cut our mouth up a little bit, didn't they? But these are perfect.
They were dry and overcooked. These are much better. Happy with that? Good work.
Not something we do every day. It just took too long. It's a simple recipe, but it's time consuming, isn't it? Yeah. Food.
Nice to have something different though. Every now and again, variety is the spice of life, as they say.
Good job.
For the fellas watching, real men eat plants, not animals.
For the ladies, that's what you want to find, a real man. Who is kind and compassionate. And gives a shit. I have to warn you, I'm a very messy eater.
And I've got a very small mouth. Dentists hate me. I don't know why. I'm like a big guy, but I've got a small mouth.
It's like a pigeon.
I've got huge feet, huge hands, you know, long arms, long legs, but look at this tiny mouth. I don't know what happened there.
So
yeah.
Food ends up all over his face, like it's like a 3-year-old.
This is good.
It's very good, but food ends up all over my table plate. So.
No, I'm enjoying this.
So what should we talk about? This is kind of a bit weird. I feel a bit.
That's all good. That's all good. I wish we could like interact properly. Like that's Periscope, isn't it?
I think you're supposed to do like a live thing, a live chat.
Oh yeah.
They're too complicated
that's
for us.
way beyond our capabilities. Let's not beat around the bush here. No,
this is kind of weird.
But we had so many requests for it. We couldn't deny you guys, you know, what you want.
Is it a fetish thing to watch people eat, or what is it? I don't know. We haven't really looked into it. We just saw that you guys wanted it.
Certainly not as weird as Vegan Gangs' foot fetish video, is it? No.
Well,
I think it's like...
You used to have a friend that had a foot fetish. Do you remember?
Yeah, but I don't know whether he went as far as Vegan Gangs did with the fruit between the toes and all that thing. I think he just liked feet, provided he found them attractive. It was a bit weird. What was I going to say? Oh, no.
Vegan Gangs?
Damn. Oh, yeah, I think maybe part of the mukbang, whatever, attraction comes from the fact that sharing food is always better done, well, you got to share it with someone, yeah. And it's about coming together, and it's communal, and it's cultural, and it's traditional, and blah, blah, blah. So I guess mukbang is like bringing people virtually together on social media, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a virtual meal that we share.
Yeah. Building rapport. It's intimate, personal. But screw the mukbangs that aren't vegan, you know? I mean,
that's awful. Yeah. We haven't watched too many. We watched Trisha Paytas, of course. That was disgusting. She had KFC.
Oh, really did a good video, didn't she?
She did.
Yeah. And we watched our friend Nicole from Banana TV. She did one recently with tropical fruit here in Thailand, and that was yummy, wasn't it?
That looked amazing.
Yeah, I know we've, if you've been following us on Snapchat, you might have seen Nicole from Banana TV. We've been spending time with her. She's here in Thailand at the moment for the upcoming festival, which starts on the 1st of June. She's come early to get her training in and enjoy the weather and the fruit. Definitely check out her and her partner Kaylee's channel, Banana TV. It is
they're awesome.
Just awesome girls, aren't they? Really
real good
genuine,
role models.
Real good role models. Just genuine people who really give a damn about people, planet, and the animals. And their videos are great. Their editing skills are excellent. Love those girls.
They're good girls. Watch that screen. Can you know? Oh, can I pinch this?
Yeah, yeah. So we thought we would. Oh, we've had a casualty.
We thought we would answer some questions that we usually get. We tend to get the same questions over and over and over. So
sorry we've fallen behind on Tumblr, guys. We've got 750 unanswered questions. It just keeps growing by the day. It's so hard to keep on top of everything.
It's impossible though.
It is impossible.
You can't.
You know, between coming up with a video idea, researching it, scripting it, filming it, editing it, uploading it, thumbnails, all of that jazz. It takes time.
Yeah. It's impossible to keep up. And the emails are coming in so quickly. I just can't.
We've got an Instagram shout out competition at the moment because we just hit 15,000 there.
Yay.
Thank you guys. And I did one at 10,000 and I shouted out 29 accounts one by one. It takes a while. I'm up to 14 shout outs so far in the current competition. A lot of time goes there.
We divide our tasks. Luca does Instagram. I've never posted on Instagram. I don't know how it works.
And from there, obviously I shared a Facebook and Tumblr, but you do Facebook for things that aren't shared from Instagram.
Yeah.
Like,
and the editing of the videos, most of the emails.
we share Snapchat.
Yeah.
So Snapchat we normally do while we're eating.
Yeah. Oh, we should do that. Do you want to do that?
No, because I like to reply to people.
Oh.
And the emojis on this is hopeless.
Oh,
We'll just answer Tumblr questions.
We'll do Tumblr. So, hi Natasha and Luca, I'm 15 years old and want to make a difference in my community by spreading the message about veganism. Excellent. But I'm afraid that people won't take me seriously. Do you have any tips on spreading the vegan message so that I can help people, animals and planet? Thank you. Yeah, people probably won't take you seriously because you're going against the grain, but...
We're 36 and many people don't take us seriously,
no.
So... But it is a bit
You've
harder.
got to do it anyway. So those that matter don't mind, those that mind don't matter. Someone is either ready to listen to the message or they're not. And it doesn't matter how you deliver it, in
who
what
the
way,
messenger is.
It doesn't matter. When you're ready for it, you're ready for it. So you've just got to be very comfortable in your style. It's got to come from your heart. It's got to be you. Don't try to be someone else. And just go for it.
And also present the facts. So do your research. Become as educated as you can with vegan related material as you possibly can. So that way you're speaking from a place of knowingness, a place of knowledge, a place of, facts. And so people can't argue with the facts. Well, they'll try.
They'll try, they will, but the fact is the fact. The truth is the truth. When we first became vegan, we were like obsessed with every documentary, everything we could read, watch. We were just like doing it 24/7, took everything on board, and then we'd rewatch and rewatch and rewatch. And it's really, really great to watch other vegan activists speak on YouTube. So obviously Gary Yourofsky, Melanie Joy's talk is fantastic.
Yes.
Now we've got Emily, Bite Size Vegan. She's got a few talks up.
Check out her speeches. They're on point, amazing.
What's the other one?
They're fleek. On fleek. Colleen Patrick Godreau.
Excellent. So all of these presenters.
Is she called the
compassionate
vegan or the compassionate cook? Anyway, Colleen Patrick Godreau.
Yeah. So all of these people have their own unique style and they take a different angle and they use different techniques, and just watch them and listen and learn and pick up little things and you will develop your own style.
Philip Walland, a great friend of ours, an amazing speaker. Check out his TED Talk. Also, Jason Wildman from 101 Reasons to Go Vegan on YouTube. Yep. He's got a good style too.
You can't not speak up just because you're afraid of what people think. People always think you're going crazy if you do something against the grain. That's a good thing. That means you're doing the right thing. If people think you're sane in an insane world, no. Yeah, you want to be seen as the insane
Exactly.
one.
If we're not getting hate mail and then we're not doing our job effectively enough.
Good one.
I'm new to veganism, but I still have a few eggs and sheep's milk cheese in my fridge. Should I throw it out or eat the rest of it in small amounts? I really don't want to eat it because of what it is and how it's made, but I feel bad for wasting it.
Yeah, throw it out because
it's not food.
Exactly. You've got to start looking at these products as food. You're not wasting them. Because there's nothing to waste. You know, the animal's already suffered.
Yeah. You eating them is not going to bring the animal back to life. No. It's only going to damage your health. It's also going to keep you addicted to them because
that association is still there.
Exactly.
I just throw them out. And some people say, oh, well, I give them to somebody else. Personally, I don't want to do that because I don't want to contribute. I don't want to encourage someone else to eat them.
Exactly.
You know? If it's not good enough for me, then why would I want to give it to someone else and say it's okay for you?
Definitely. I feel exactly the same way.
I'm so glad.
Good, huh?
Good. It's so funny. When we finally finished making these, Luca's like, never again, we're never making these again. Do you want to make them again?
No, but if someone made them for me and gave them to me, yeah.
I'd love to have a chef. Your videos got to me, finally changed my lifestyle. Excellent. I've been pescatarian. No idea the harmful effects on the planet. Well done. Good job.
Can you please give me some advice? I'm vegan, and since so far all meds are tested on animals, I want to get off them ASAP. I have severe anxiety and depression. Sometimes I literally can't function without my meds. I don't want to be like this. Please help.
Okay. So, it's great that you're vegan, and now you've got to start looking at cleaning up the diet and going more high carb, eating more whole foods and getting rid of the junky stuff, because that really makes a difference. And, do you want to talk about a friend of ours? Who do
you think about it? Yeah?
Yeah. So he's been vegan for
15 years.
A long time.
And he suffered from terrible depression. And then he came across the...
Even as a vegan.
And then he came across the high carb, low fat, predominantly whole foods, vegan diet and lifestyle. And within days of eating, say, lots of fruit, for example, which is high in carbohydrates, his depression literally just lifted.
Yeah. And he was suicidal. He was really, he was under a lot of medication, seeing therapists and really struggling. And he said, when even now, like it can come back when he doesn't eat enough, when he doesn't have enough carbohydrates, enough glucose going to the brain, to the cells of his bodies, the depression will start to come back. As soon as he starts to eat properly again and get back on track of the lifestyle, stick with your fitness, it lifts again.
Because carbohydrates have an opioid-like effect on our brains. That is, we get a bit of a little natural high. And that is nature's way of telling us, yes, keep going back to those food sources, you know? So it's like our reward, if you like. Just like cow's milk contains casein, morphins, which is linked to morphine because it's addictive, to encourage the baby calf to keep coming back to the mum so that it will grow and enhance its chances of survival instead of being picked off by a predator if it remains small. So the carbohydrates in whole plant foods are like casein morphins for humans.
Yeah, it makes us keep going back to them. So to this person, we would say, great that you're vegan, clean it up and get on the whole food, predominantly whole foods, high carb lifestyle. And from there, you might find that you can reduce some of your medication. You might find over time you can get off it completely. If you do still need to be on it, basically, if you're on this lifestyle, you're doing the best that you can. And if you need to take medication from that point, that's okay. But you can't be eating, like fried mock chicken and saying, but I still got to take all of these, medications for my depression. That's not good enough. Because remember, going vegan is not the most we can do. So clean up your diet and then see where you're at with your medication.
Yes, and also...
you still got to take, if you need to take it, then you need to take it. But do the most that you can do from your side of the game.
Yeah, I'm also thinking of that documentary called Food Matters. That's from about 2008. We don't rate all of the content in there because it's not all vegan. But there was one scenario where there was a woman who was suffering from depression and she was on medication and she came across some alternative medicine, an alternative medical practitioner, and he put her on high dose. He took her off the antidepressants and he put her on high doses of niacin, vitamin B3. very, very high doses. And her husband and her children felt like that they had their wife and mother back. It was like the old person that they knew.
The depression just left.
Right, and then the original doctor found out that she was no longer taking her antidepressants and put her back on them, and
depression came back, and she ended up killing herself. She suicided.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So check out perhaps niacin, vitamin B3 as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. How long are these things supposed to go for? It's already 20 minutes and we've got a lot of food to go. I don't know. Oh, this is a good one. Okay. What do you guys say to the fact that all the plant-based doctors, such as Dr. Greger, Esselstyn, Caldwell, all say that metabolic damage doesn't exist? They say that just because you have done restricted diets in the past doesn't mean you should gain a bunch of weight that you don't need to gain. They all believe in calories in, calories out. Are you saying they're wrong? Or ... Look, we love the plant-based doctors and they're just brilliant, awesome, we support them, but we don't agree with everyone 100% of the time, you know, cross-section. Here's the thing, those plant-based doctors don't deal with people who are, dieting, eating disorders.
Who have calorie restricted.
They're dealing with people who are generally really overweight and need to lose weight.
Yeah, they've got heart disease, type 2 diabetes, cancer, real serious stuff. But in this community, there's online, on social media, there are a lot of people with eating disorders. And these guys are absolutely brilliant at what they do, but they haven't had a great deal of experience with people who have had eating disorders or have eating disorders.
Basically, try it out. Starve yourself and then stuff yourself. See what happens. We've done it. We. Your own experience is going to show you that.
Also, check out the Minnesota starvation experiment.
Yep. And people like Lily. We always plug Lily from Legit Nutrition Hawaii. Maybe the word metabolic damage is wrong. Whatever you want to call it. Basically, you've screwed yourself up a little bit. Your metabolism's a bit screwed. Your hormones are a bit screwed. The body's going all over the place. The body wants to store food because it's scared you're going to restrict again. It's a survival mechanism. So, yeah, sure, these doctors may not agree with the term metabolic damage because they've never really heard of it because it's not, I don't even know if it's a proper term, a proper medical term, whatever. But try it out and find out for yourself.
Yeah, you could call it metabolic disruption.
Calories in, calories out.
What's more important there is that
the source of the calories.
Exactly. Remember this, not all calories are utilized equally. Simple as that. We've got a video on something like not all calories are created equally or something like that. It's part 2 of a 2-part video series that we did a few months ago. Type in calories on our channel and it should come up.
Yeah.
We talk about how carbohydrate calories are utilized differently in the body than fat calories, for example. And all of that determines, what our bodies are ultimately going to look like, how much they're going to weigh, what our body composition will be.
And I remember, I've got tomato on my nose. Years ago we did some fasting and cleansing, colon cleansing, that's what we were into. And the first fast that I did, I dropped down to, do you remember what my weight was? I can't remember.
38 kilos.
Was it?
Not the first one, or the last one?
No, not the last one, the first one. I don't know. Anyway, we started eating post-cleanse. I gained, what was it?
8 kilos in 4 weeks.
8 kilos in 4 weeks. 8 kilos in 4 weeks.
Because what happens,
I just...
when you starve yourself, you restrict your calories, you slow down your metabolism.
Sorry. That was only after 7 days of not eating.
Yeah. And then you reintroduce food and your metabolism has slowed down and now it's not fast enough to, I guess, metabolize the food that you're now taking in.
And you're taking in a hell of a lot more because you're so hungry.
So you end up storing more of those calories as fat than you would if your metabolism had not been slowed down through calorie restriction.
Yeah. All right. I just watched your vasectomy regret video, which was my video, not Luca's. How did you prepare yourself to part with the children you grew close with in the orphanage you were volunteering in? Also, how did you get into volunteering? Okay. So we got into volunteering because the year before that, we were traveling, we ended up living in India, we were living in an ashram, and for the very first time, we were asked to do selfless service, which is giving to others and not expecting anything in return.
That was a radically new concept for us, wasn't it?
Absolutely, because we were takers. We just kept taking.
Like most people in modern Western society, to be fair.
And so my job in the ashram was to be the librarian, and you were... He was the pineapple gardener. And then sometimes we also served food to people. And every time we did our jobs as selfless service, we had this amazing joy, this rush of, yes, this feels good running through us. And we're like, oh, this is foreign.
Yeah,
we're giving without taking.
I remember the, it was in tropical India. And there were hundreds of people in the dining hall and it was hot, wasn't it?
It was.
And the big buckets of food, like, this big stainless steel buckets, and they were heavy when they were full. And everyone would sit on the floor to eat. And you would have to, and everyone was in a line, and you'd take the big heavy bucket and you'd set it down, and then you would fill their thali tray, and then you'd move on to the next person, and it just got, God, you got a sore back, it was hot and sweaty.
It was hard work.
And you couldn't eat until you'd served everyone, so it was like delayed gratification.
Yeah.
But
it still felt good.
Didn't it? Just to be able to serve and to give.
And after that experience, we got the volunteer bug. We're like, yeah, we want to do more of this. We want to keep giving.
We wanted more of that feeling, didn't we?
Exactly. So that's the first time we came to Thailand, was to volunteer. And
we got a working holiday visa, didn't we?
We did. Anyhow, we spent our spare time at the orphanage with the children. What was the question? So that's how we came to volunteer.
How did we prepare ourselves
for leaving?
To part with the children that we'd grown close with.
It was hard. I was crying. Remember
that?
It was awful.
Yeah.
Oh
really
my
awful.
God.
Yeah, that was the problem because we spent 5 months.
It was almost 6. It was very tight connection. But we had to leave. And a lot of people have asked us, why didn't we adopt? First and foremost, we're not allowed to. We don't qualify under Australian adoption laws. There's a whole heap of, requirements. People like us don't fit in because we're nomads. We've lived all over the world in the last couple of years.
We live outside the box, and those type of things require you to live in the box.
Regular income, regular place of employment, regular
residence,
address, and you have to live in Australia. And we've been travelling, we've been doing lots of things, so we don't qualify. And it just wasn't the right time for us, and we're very, very, very glad that we didn't go ahead with it, even if we could have, because things turned around very quickly after that point. So, we just knew that it was time to move on. I actually had a dream that helped me move on, if you remember.
Once you start, I'll remember.
I won't go into the details, but I did have a dream. We were more spiritual back then. And I had a guru come to me in a dream, and there were little signs and things with the children there. The babies were there in the dream. And basically said it was time to move on. I had to let go of the babies. And once I had that dream, I knew that I was ready to do it and say goodbye, and we left. But it was hard, very hard. You remember now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guru has told you, I'll look after the children.
I think that's what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were all adopted. Well, the ones that we were very close with. Yeah. They were adopted.
They got adopted out to European families.
Yeah, they're okay. Dr. Gregor says food combining is bullshit.
Why do I get the feeling that...
I think Dr. Greger was taken out of context in that interview. Some people have no problem with food combining.
Yeah, some people
guts
just
of
have...
steel,
Exactly.
you know.
Yeah.
My food
They could
combining...
eat nuts and bolts, literally, and they wouldn't have a problem, but...
I'm much better than Luca, for example. I can get through almost anything, and you'd be...
Yeah, but the fitter I've got, the better my
you've got.
digestion has become,
Yeah.
and the less important food combining is. But
Oh.
so it really depends on the strength of your
Okay.
digestion.
The main thing is, watermelon is the main thing. Never eat watermelon after anything. You know, it's really high water content.
Have watermelon and bread, and tell me if food combining doesn't matter.
But food combining as a high carb, predominantly whole foods vegan, I'm gonna burp. Excuse me.
That's just the first of many that you've no doubt wanted to do.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm taking in air as we're talking.
Yeah, that's true.
Food combining on this lifestyle is really, really, really easy because as long as you just keep your watermelon separate, and we like to keep our fruits separate, aside from
Other
oatmeal.
than the oats, yeah.
Everything else is fine, you know.
We do prefer, generally speaking, having the fruit earlier in the day and then the cooked food after that, and then not going back to fruit after we've had cooked food.
This person has sent a comment with bloody 8 parts.
It'll be too long to read it all out now.
I'm just wondering what they're going on about. Oh, this is the silly email that we got emailed by some twit carrying on about the Melanie Murphy video. May I just add, Lion King Circle of Life was not a concept by Cartoon Lion. Humans drew that cartoon line, provided a story with lines of blah, 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 blah. Yappin', take a yappin'. How can someone avoid gaining muscle? Why don't you want to gain muscle?
Muscle's good. Muscle raises your
I want to be
metabolic rate and helps you to burn fat more efficiently.
I want to be slim, but you can be slim and still have muscle. This person runs and works out 6 days a week for about an hour to 2 hours, and I keep gaining muscle.
You want muscle, you don't want body fat, you want muscle.
Yeah, muscle's okay. I mean, work out less. She curves. Yes, PCOS and she curves. We are researching that and we are onto it. So
Stay tuned for that.
watch this space. Oh, we've had many questions about her. Yep, so she curves. It's coming. It's coming. Right, so one of the questions we get asked a lot is, what do we do? Like, do we actually have a job? What do we do? Oh, this is our job. Oh, there was a thing. I think we've got to stop this and then I just want to save it and then... Ugh. Okay, we're back. So, what do? We do YouTube. We do ebooks. We're working, well, we've done 2 ebooks and now we're working on digitizing our coaching. So we were coaching people individually and that was taking a lot of time and energy. So we're trying to work smarter and digitize the program so we can reach more people with it, and then that frees up more time for us to make more videos and reach more people that way. So that's what we do, and of course we manage all the social media that we're on and constantly answering questions and just helping people out.
We answer so many questions a day.
It's extraordinary.
I'd like to see other people answer as many questions as we do and then ask, what do you do?
Yeah, I know, because it looks like we just...
Because it's all for free.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah. So, as in answering the questions are for free, but obviously the coaching we get paid for, you know, YouTube pays. So
we're still not covering our living expenses, which are very minimal. Obviously, the amount of YouTube income we're receiving is growing as the channel is growing, but between that, the coaching, Patreon, and the sale of our ebooks, that's still not enough to cover those basic living expenses, and we need to supplement that with savings.
yeah.
So
yes, we do work. I know it might look like we just have fun and games on Snapchat, but we're just trying to entertain you and show a lighter side to us. But it's full on, and I think a lot of people think, oh, you just sit down, you record a video, you press record, and that's it. Oh my God, so much work goes into it. You have to research it. You have to download all your footage and maybe read some articles and...
You have to script it.
Yes, and this is the thing. When you're making a video with two people, although our brains are very much connected, we are still two people, and so we don't always know what the other one wants to say. So if we don't script something...
It's going to be a 30-minute video every time, which no one wants to watch.
Yeah. So...
In order to keep it tight, we have to script it.
Even though we say keep it tight, I mean, when we sit down to record, sometimes we've recorded for an hour and then got to cut it down to something reasonable. So it doesn't just happen. It can take days to make a video, But what is pretty cool is that, we were talking about this the other day, we no longer have like a set work week and set work hours. I'm going to check on a cucumber.
Yeah. We've been there, done that. We worked that way for 28 years. Not for 28 years, until we were 28, from the age of, we first got part-time jobs at age 15.
I was about 17.
You were 17, I was 15.
Yeah.
I used to work at McDonald's. Oh God, worked there for 2 years.
I used to work in a butcher.
Yeah.
At Woolworths.
That's true. We both worked in supermarkets. We've worked in other retail jobs, and then we obviously got careers in the end. And then we did those for, I think, 5.5 years.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we're very familiar with the traditional, way of working. And then over the last 8 years, we've done things a bit differently, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. We've had the volunteering thing, and we've also taught English, and we became yoga teachers. We're running retreats and working for other people's retreats. And so we've done a mixture of things, but like now, sure, we might take, Monday off, for example, and hike up the mountain and take our time and just do a little bit of stuff online, but nothing too intense. But we might work all weekend, like these last couple of weekends, Saturday night we've been still working, and then most of Sundays working, so...
Yeah, if you've been following us for a while on Snapchat, we used to film our Saturday night movie that we would sit down to and watch on our laptop. And we would do that pretty consistently every Saturday night. And you'll notice that in the last few months, you might have only seen us, show a movie once or twice or 3 times in months. And that's because we're working on Saturday night, when most people are watching a movie.
Yeah, so it just depends, if there's something to be done, we'll do it there and then to make sure we're on time and get the video out or do whatever needs to be done. But then when we can take a breather and take a break, it might be a Monday, it might be a Thursday, it might be whatever day, that's when we can take some time off. So, yes, we do work.
Yeah, and we also don't, like when we used to work, say 9 to 5, and I mean...
No, we never worked 9 to 5.
No, I mean, the job that I used to do at one point when I was 26, I think, as a business banking manager, I'd get to work at 5:30 in the morning, pitch black, freezing cold.
And then you get home after 7:30.
After 7:30, it was about 7:45.
I was so depressed, I was drinking lots of alcohol. I was working on radio and would do shift work, so I'd work in early morning shift and then get home in the afternoon and be all by myself and just be so depressed and lonely and fatigued. I'd just start drinking vodka and it was awful. And then you'd come home and it was dark and spend a few hours together and that's it, time to go to bed and...
Do it all over again the next day.
It's horrible.
Where was I going with that? How did I get onto it?
Working.
I'm 9 to 5.
Oh, you're full.
I forgot.
Yeah. Will eating rice at night make you gain weight? I've been told many, many, many times eating a big meal after 6 p.m. makes you gain weight. I seriously need your help on this because I love rice so much.
Yeah, well, we finish our dinner at 7:30 p.m. every night, and if you follow us on Snapchat, you'll see the size of the potato dish that we sit down to eat. Pretty, yeah, no weight issues here.
No, and it's not that like we don't have rice at night because of that and potatoes during the day. It's just the way we prefer it. Like, oh, that's right, because we personally find that we digest potatoes the best. Like that's our, and so we choose to have that at night because you want to go to sleep early and you don't want to have to be waiting up digesting food. It's hard to talk and eat, isn't it? So that's why we choose to do it that way, but it would make no difference. In fact, when we were living in Australia, remember in Brisbane, a lot of our meals would be rice dishes because we'd be teaching yoga and we'd make the rice and put it aside for something that you could heat up, whereas potatoes go dry and yucky. So no, you can eat white rice, brown rice, whatever kind of rice you want at any time and you will not get fat.
Yeah.
Who loves the bun of a loaf of bread? In my house, we always used to fight over who got to have the bun. When I was growing up, Mum used to love it.
Yeah, did you want to have it?
No, it's too crunchy.
Yeah?
No, split in half.
Okay. It's soft.
Can we keep going? Or should we finish it up?
We can, I mean...
It's going to be a really long video.
Yeah.
I don't know.
By the way, when we eat, that's normally when we watch other people's YouTube videos, so...
And so we do our Snapchat as well. We're like this. The phone's between us and we're eating and responding and watching. Just wanted to let you know that you have saved me from developing an eating disorder just like that. I'm already back on track and eating healthier than ever before. Thank you.
Well done.
Good.
Well done to you.
I have bulimia and binge eating disorder. I don't want to be like this anymore. Any tips? Please, I'm desperate. You got to choose it. You got to choose to stop. You got to choose to love yourself more. There's heaps of videos out there. Again, go and watch Lily from the Nutrition Hawaii. She's gone through it. She's come out the other end. She's the best example.
Yeah, but she almost killed herself because, and that's where, that's how bad it can get. So you just have to choose to love yourself enough to nourish your body.
Okay, this person says, wow, I'm so confused. I eat high carb, low fat. I come from a past of eating disorder. Oh, sorry, I come from a past of disordered eating. I have gained weight back, but I lost my hair. It's still thinning. My mum said to me tonight, you're not eating enough protein or fats. You need to eat nuts and oils again. I do not know who to believe anymore. Okay, so yeah, leave the oils, but add in some more fats like nuts, seeds, avocados.
Yep.
That's fine.
Whole plant fats. Oh, great.
Yeah.
Go with flax meal, chia seeds, hemp seeds, any type of nuts that you like.
Yeah.
And avocados, but you don't need the oil whatsoever. It's
No. And I think, I think that, oh sorry, I just fell on his arm there and it's hanging off. You've put your body through hell, you know, so all kinds of things are going to happen. Just because you've gained some weight back doesn't mean that you've healed everything.
No,
There's still,
the hormones are still rebalancing.
Yeah. So,
You know, make sure you're eating enough calories. Just because you've gained weight doesn't mean that you're necessarily eating enough calories. You could be eating enough calories to gain weight, but not enough calories that your body requires to heal
to rebalance. And it's all relative. What's enough calories? Your enough calories might not be my enough calories.
But you can definitely change the macros and include more healthy whole plant fats.
Do you believe in food addiction?
Well,
I'm addicted to
food
potatoes. I don't know.
I think it's like what I said before, how carbohydrates have an opioid-like effect to keep us coming back so that we get the sufficient glucose our brains require to thrive. So that's as far as I'd go in calling it food addiction.
Yeah. When I get depressed and stressed, I go back to drugs. I'm addicted to numbing myself, not one substance. You've got to change, you've got to get to the root cause and change.
Yeah.
It's not the drugs, it's why you're going back. What's making you stressed,
right.
What's making you depressed.
Get to the root cause.
And change it.
Yeah.
And no one can, we get to ask these questions all the time, but no one can do it but you. You know, it's nothing that we can give you advice for or show you how to do it.
We had our own issues, and we had to work through them individually and as a couple. And
it took years.
And it was only because we had a desire to work through them. So that's the first thing that's got to come.
Yeah, you gotta want it. And a lot of people say, yeah, I want it, but no, you gotta really want. You gotta want it enough to actually take action. That's the thing. Everyone wants it, but no one wants to do anything about it. It's like if you could just click your fingers, yeah, I'll take it. But that's not going to happen. You've got to take action. I can't believe we nearly finished these.
Yeah, we were hungry.
Another question?
Yeah.
Tumblr's so funny. It crashes all the time, doesn't it? It's a bit.
And then once you've got to the root cause and taken action to change, the more you focus on outside of yourself and helping others, people, planet, animals, that's when life starts to take off for you.
Okay, so this person says, blah, 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 they've become vegan, awesome. Still working on their boyfriend, who works out regularly, and whenever I mention becoming a vegan, he says he needs protein and that humans need meat. He never has energy, of course, and he's always tired and ill. Please help him.
You can show him veganbodybuilding.com. You can also show him YouTube channels like Vegan Gains, John Venus, the Glucose Network. You can check out Mike Active on Instagram.
All you can do is show them examples, but you can't change anyone technically.
Mr. Universe 2012, Barney Duplessis is vegan. Robert Cheek.
Again, someone's either willing to listen to the information and change, or they're not. And this is the hardest part. And of course, like, we're incredibly lucky because we both woke up at the same time and chose to go vegan at the same time. But if your partner doesn't want to do it with you, I mean, we've made heaps of videos on this in the past. Personally, we wouldn't stick around, Like, give him a chance, obviously, here's the information, honey, this is seriously changing my life and I want to do this together because of these reasons. But if someone's just like, no, closing and I'm not interested, I couldn't be intimate with someone like that. I just couldn't.
I would give them an ultimatum and I would say, let's sit down together and watch Earthlings from start to finish, with no flinching, no looking away from the screen, no pausing, right through. And if at the end of that, they're not willing to transition to a vegan diet and lifestyle, for me, it's goodbye.
Because you're not on the same page, like something that's so close to your heart. How can you not share that with someone? This is a really hard one because probably the majority of emails almost that we get are from people saying, I don't know what to do with my partner. And our heart breaks because that would be a really, really hard decision.
And we understand, we get it,
Especially if you've got kids. I mean, if you're just in boyfriend, girlfriend, but if you've been together for a while and if you've got a family, that makes it really hard.
Sorry.
Washroom?
Look at the cucumber. Well, no, it's the fact we're talking and taking in air while we're eating.
I know. I never burp when I eat, do I?
Not really. But life's too short.
Don't compromise. Like, you have to come to a compromise together, but the compromise should never be one person only. Almost at 70k. Yay! We hit 70k. Thank you so much. The channel growth's been amazing. Like, blown away.
All thanks to you, loyal subscribers and viewers. Thank you.
I'm a vegan breastfeeding mum, but I can't seem to gain weight. Help, I have a BMI of 15.4.
I read that one the other day. How did you even conceive with a BMI of 15.4? I mean, that's anorexic. That's clinically anorexic. How is that even possible?
I don't know. You've got to start eating. You've got to start eating. You can. I mean, you eat eat 2,500 calories, eat 3,000 calories of whole plant foods a day. You're going to gain weight if you're coming from a BMI starting so low. Your kids need you. Please eat. Are fats from sources like avocados and nuts healthy to consume?
Yes.
Yes. Just don't sit down to 20 avocados a day and 2 kilos of nuts.
Little each day? No worries.
No problem. If you had a pet dog, would you give it meat? No.
Dogs are omnivores, and therefore they can thrive on a plant-based diet equally well. So given that you have that choice,
Yeah.
absolutely never.
There's nothing wrong with the dog eating meat per se if it, does its natural thing of hunting and killing an animal. But
But
there
again,
is something wrong.
there are issues, aren't there, with
Going to the
allowing
store.
domesticated dogs
Oh yeah.
to go out and hunt wild
Yeah.
birds and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Obviously, there's a duty of care.
Yeah, I'm saying like if it was in the wild, like
Oh yeah.
a wolf or something.
Yeah.
But there is something very wrong about going to the store and buying meat from a factory farm for your dog, even though you won't eat that meat yourself.
Even if it wasn't from a factory farm.
Yeah, that's right.
By
One animal's
paying
life.
someone to kill another animal for a different species of animal is actually speciesism. It's
Yeah.
favouring one species of animal over another,
Hmm.
which is never morally justifiable. And if we had a dog, we wouldn't even go and buy specialised vegan pet food, which you can do if you want to. It would be eating rice, beans, lentils, the same
Be
things
eating
that
like
we
us.
eat. The dogs are scavengers. They
We
eat
eat
whatever
dog
they
food.
can, and therefore, rice, beans, and lentils is gourmet for a dog.
I normally eat around 2,000 calories. Today I ate 3,700. Oh my god, I'm so scared. What are you scared for? It's from plant foods, don't worry about it. Relax.
And the other thing is though, unless you're like an athlete, where your energy requirements might vary a lot from day to day depending on whether you've got an event or something like that, there probably shouldn't be quite so much variance between the total daily calories.
Yeah, that means you're hungry eating
Yeah.
2,000 calories
So
a day. You need to eat more.
So perhaps you're better off sticking to say 2.5 around there every day rather than 2 one day and
Yeah,
3-7 the next. Yeah, consistency is better.
Would you recommend eating beans regularly? Oh my god, if your goal is to lose weight. Yeah. Oops. Again, all whole plant foods are okay.
No worries at all.
You know?
Absolutely.
Oh, I lost my spot.
Beans are one of the most health promoting foods on the face of the earth. So yeah.
I wish that you could record your answers to Tumblr by voice.
Oh, wouldn't that be
We
great?
would have finished them all by now.
No, 750.
I'm just meaning this video.
Yeah.
Who's Nikki Blackletter? Blacketter? Blacketter?
Yeah, we've had that request quite a bit. I think we've looked at her before. I can't exactly remember who she is, but I think we decided when we saw her channel that we're like, no, I don't think she's going to be receptive to the vegan message.
Yeah.
I think that's what we thought. Sometimes you get a vibe from someone's channel that you're like, they're just not going to be open for it.
Yeah. Can you still get lean on high carb, low fat, starch base? What do you think?
We're starch based.
What do we eat?
We've got very lean in the last 12 months. Haven't we?
12 months, last 6 months.
Last 12 months between festivals.
Exactly. Why? Because we started cycling. Cycling. Now.
That's all that's left, guys.
Two left.
Pretty good.
So this has been strange but fun, and I feel more comfortable with it.
You want some?
Yeah, just a little bit. Little bit.
Like that?
Yeah.
Is that too much still? Now, are there any limitations for how large a video we can upload to YouTube?
I don't know. If we have to cut this off because it's too big, finished.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Nice sharing lunch with you guys.
Yeah.
Or whatever you were having, whether it was lunch,
Dinner,
breakfast.
Post down below what you were eating whilst you were watching this.
Yes.
And if you like this, if you want us to do it again, would you do it again?
Yeah, I'll do it again, but that's all whether the viewers... Especially, give this video a thumbs up if you want to see us do another one. And if we get 20% of the people who view this video giving it a thumbs up, we'll do another one.
I guess so. They'll have to do the math.
Or should we do 30%? Basically, give it a thumbs up if you want to see another one. If not, no worries.
Will we finish it there? It's going to be like an hour long. But we've answered lots of questions, so we hope this has also been helpful.
Yeah.
And these patties were fantastic. Great for burgers. Would you change anything about them? I'd add more herbs and spices and flavour in them.
Yeah.
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 But great for a burger replacement. Perfect.
Just to give you an idea, hang on a sec, how much we just ate. Hang on a sec, 3 by 3. So, okay, we had 2.4 standard dry cups of rice, 1.6 standard dry cups of oats, 240 grams drained weight of lentils,
1 loaf of bread.
1 loaf of bread, 300 grams of tomato pulp,
2 cucumbers,
2
and
cucumbers,
a punnet of tomatoes,
and a punnet of cherry tomatoes, and
bag of lettuce.
200 grams of lettuce. Pretty good, pretty good.
Carb up. Alright, want to say goodbye?
That's just, you don't want to finish this one off? Are we done?
Well, I think it's going to cut out again.
Okay.
So, thanks for watching. Thumbs up. Like, share, comment, subscribe.
And remember until next time that going vegan is not the most we can do.
It's the least we can do. See you next video.
Bye guys. Vegans were leaving comments under her video, which led Kate to do more research.
And lo and behold, I found Freely the Banana Girl, and I started watching her videos, and I was like, holy crap, okay.